Welcome back to the Camden Interactive Series. In our last episode, we had Anisha Ramakrishnan, Next Gen leader at Transworld Group, share her perspectives on the next gen seeking an independent identity for oneself. To quickly recap, she strongly believes that if a leader brings to the business the core things that they feel strongly about or are passionate about, it would definitely help them create their own identity. Today, we are going to look at this topic from the viewpoint of a principal. And for that, we have Mrs. Supriya Badve, Executive Director, Badve Group. The Badve Group has established its reputation as one of the top suppliers for automotive components. Supriya ji has done some exemplary work growing the Badve Group. She handles the finance, HR, and QMS portfolio at the group. Outside the family business, she's a spiritualist, humanist, entrepreneur, and an ardent lover of nature, and above all, a lovely homemaker. So please join me in welcoming Mrs. Supriya. Hi, Supriya ji. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for doing this. We're very excited to know about your journey. So, shall we begin?
Yes, thanks Ayushi for being called me for on this platform. So thank you so much.
That's great. So, Supriya ji, to start with, it would be lovely if we kind of get a perspective about your journey in the family business. Like how did you decide to become a part of the family business? How did you join, and how was your journey for the same?
Yes, thanks Ayushi. So what Mr. Shrikant Badve, my husband, has started this business long back in 1987. So it was very humble beginning, and there was no as such any legacy. He came from very middle class background, and then he decided to start his business. When we got married, it was a proprietary journey. Post my our marriage, we I was working in LIC at that time, and then when we got married, I have given my passion. I have shared my passion about working to him, because all women are in our house were working. So I was very accustomed to this kind of family and work management. But in his house, there was some kind of some different atmosphere that means like allowing daughter-in-laws to work was somewhat bit not acceptable to them. But prior to our marriage, when I got this little bit idea about this constraint for involving or getting involved in business, I shared my views to him, that today I am working in LIC. I will get transferred to Aurangabad because he was in Aurangabad at that time. But whatever it may be, even though in the future, if even if I have to resign, I have to leave LIC, but I will like to work. I can't be a full-time homemaker. Means I will manage whatever I have to put my efforts. I will do based of my efforts, but I will like to work. So earlier I had a small education venture that we didn't take it forward. But at that time, I used to carry Swastit with me to office. And I have made some, we had a small bed kept for him. So he used to sleep there and I used to work. So that is what I have started working, because in 1996, then the seeds of Badve Engineering were sold. It was first Badve Engineering Private Limited, and that's why I came on board as a director of Badve Engineering Private Limited. So that's why how my journey has started. During very when my children were very young, like 1 2 2 2 3 years, I used to work from home. Means that time the organization, means that proprietary unit was very small. So I used to contribute for finance by checking vouchers, understanding the expenses. Then I started work looking at Badve Engineering. That's why how I entered in Badve Engineering. And then in 2000 to then we got a business from Bajaj Auto for Chakan Pune. So we came with our new unit. Then my husband used to travel a lot, and I have to manage every show because as I shared, there were no as such anything, because we have to manage on financial front, and we have to manage the work also. So he used to keep on traveling. And then in 2003, based on our performance, we got one more opportunity, and that was diversification, because Badve Engineering was working earlier in metal only. But Bajaj, we were relied on only Bajaj at that time. It was a single customer, but they have shown trust and belief on us, and they have offered us a business which was total diversification, and it was a polymer division that they have offered us. It was starting of plastic molding components for two-wheelers, and then painting on plastic. So it was totally new area, but that was in Aurangabad, and that because I was in Aurangabad, children were there. Then I started looking at that whole business, and that's why that was my whole contribution started in Badve Engineering. And then what happened when I entered in the organization? We got few female employees also, and we got good female employees at that time, some engineers, and even some more delicate operations were there in that unit. So it was decal application. Then we recruited mostly means female workers also, blue collars. And now and they started working. So it was some different perspective I brought into the organization. And then after that, we have added so many customers: LG, Tata Motors, Ashok Leyland, Volvo Eicher. As of now, Badve Engineering is primarily working for two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and four-wheelers. We are exporting to JLR, UK, and almost 40 customers across India are our customers. Honda, Hero, they are all our customers. And to just more share about Badve Engineering Group, we have presence in 7 states, and we have 30 units. So in last 32 units, in every year, almost we have added one unit. And as of now, 4,000 plus employees, white collar people, and more than 15,000 blue collar persons are working with Badve Engineering Group. In last 30 years, we have scaled a business from a turnover of merely 1 lakh to $650 million USD. So that is what the journey has happened for Badve Engineering.
Oh wow, that is really so inspiring to hear your story. The way you said, like the way you have supported your husband, and like you said. In fact, I was going to ask you about the challenges of being a woman, and then entering the family business, and making your voice heard. So how did you face that, like I know in my case, in my family, because my father has only daughters, so automatically we join the family business. But I'm sure if my father had a son, maybe things would have been different, because the son has to take over. But how did you overcome the challenges, or what were the challenges that you faced as a woman in getting your voice and your opinion heard, while getting yourself in the business?
Yeah, Ayushi, what happened when I joined business? We have one consultant, and he was like a fatherly figure. So he used to give us a consultation, maybe just to say one more thing, that my father was principal of government B.Ed college. So what happened, though he was working in education field, what is mean by administration? He was a very strong administrator. He has I have seen him followed very great administration practices, what documentation, performance management, performance analysis, analytical ability I have learned from my father. So I used to see him, how he was doing. Even my mother, as I said, she was lecturer, so she was managing home. It's like our family has very disciplined, prior to my marriage, we have very disciplined way of working, because everyone has his own timelines, or her own timelines. So my mother used to leave our house at 10 a.m. So prior that, we have to be very, we have to have very strong planning, that what should be tomorrow's menu, how to manage. And at that time, being, say, like, as a totality, in means we don't have many maids or something. Now the time has much changes, we have supportive staff. But when I have seen my mother, there was no much supporting staff to her. So I was helping her. So I have just learned these things from my mother. So on that front, I was very, means, like, what that house and work management I have learned from my mother. Good administration I have learned my father. Disciplined way I have learned from both of them. So and then whatever technical and more kind of a business thing, uh, of course my husband and I used to discuss many things. But because he was traveling a lot, sometimes it was not possible for us to discuss and take some decisions. So that consultant, whom I like, he was like a fatherly, and I called him as my guru as business. And then how we have, then we work on very micro details. So we have formed many much formats for each and every department, or for even production. Though I was not, it's like I did my MSc Physics, I was not like engineer, but still we have designed such a good formats, that with those formats I used to get a good data. And fortunately, what happened? We got very good persons at that specific polymer division unit, and it has grown like anything.
Wow, that is so empowering, and it's so empowering for women to, listen to your story and the way, you got your bearings and, just uh, got your thing. So, Supriya ji, you mentioned earlier that how you just decided to join the business just after both your sons were born and they were quite young. So, how did you sort of achieve the work life and home life balance, with the children being so small, and yet you were playing such an important role in the business, and your husband was traveling. So how did you achieve that balance?
See, that credit, I must give to my father, because he was very supportive. And he was always, I'm very fortunate to have parents like my father and mother. They have given all equal opportunities to me and my brothers. So there was no kind of an inequality in our house. So, like, my daughters are equally ambitious like sons. So that was very fortunate time for me. And then he has supported me for this. He always used to say, you focus on your work, I will take care of children. So he, in my absence, when my children used to come from their school, he used to be there. Maybe he was staying with my brother, but he used to come and he used to take care of their whole means, like their lunch and their things. But whenever I used to come from office or my factory, I used to go spend some time with them for their study and their homework. And I have always tried to do quality time to my children. So I have always given more time for their study, their classes, their hobbies. So I felt that not only focusing on academics is only one part, because academics gives you one part of the life, but other this art or these skills, like sports teaches you lot many things, teamwork, and accepting defeat, because that matters a lot in your life.
Yeah.
Because in business there are always going to be ups and downs. The things will never like be like a parallel line or horizontal line. So I felt these things were very important. And I also was athlete during my school days. So I was very clear about that they should learn all these things. So that's the way I have balanced my work and my family and everything. And of course, in my father's absence, my mother-in-law, she has also supported me a lot. So both of them have played a very big role in my life, for my specifically for my career.
That's excellent, and it's really, for young women like us, it's so, good to hear this from you, and it's inspiring how we can also, in the future, get that work-life balance. So we are moving on to when it was time for your son to, enter the family business. Did you ask him, or did he show inclination that he wanted to join the business?
So when my children grow up, then what happened when he was in 12th standard? We were just he was preparing for this IIT, but and my husband was very means he was very busy with his work, and then at that time, me and Sumit, we both were just like we were discussing, were keep on exploring what are the opportunities he can just take forward. So he was preparing for IIT. Then he was managing all his studies and everything. But one fine day, while discussing, we just thought, can we explore something about the opportunities education abroad, maybe in US. And when I was discussing with this professor, is the teacher, then he has given some inputs to us. And then me and when Sumit got this idea, he was very determined. Now he said, I want to explore this opportunity of going abroad, and I want to learn out abroad only, and I want to do undergrad only there. Means means not like that ki I want to go after my engineering, I want to go and have to study. So that's why we took this thing. And then we explored. And then I visited so many, because we were in Pune, so we visited institution who used to provide guidance for study abroad. And then I got all just data, and we did lot of study analysis, and then we explored. And then parallelly, but it was very last minute decision from my side. Means like we I just informed, but my husband was very not very keen to send him. He said ki, no, why you are sending, he is too young, he is just 16, 17 years, and why you want to send. But I said it's okay, let us try and let us see how the things happens. And then we applied, and Sumit got means by the time we this all decision happened, it was almost November end, and the last date to submit all these applications was 31st December. So he has got very small time, a small tenure to make preparation and submission for this all this thing. But he did really hard efforts, and then he applied, and he got admission in Purdue. Then he got admission for Davis also, and more two universities. But he missed because he is more determined to go to mechanical. So he decided that I will go to Purdue, because Purdue is very great university. Anyhow, we could, me and Sumedh and Sastit was younger there, but we three of us could managed to convince my husband, his father. And then at last he got convinced, and then we decided him to send at Purdue University. So when we just when we went to drop Sumedh at Purdue University, so when we are living, I was very emotional at that time. But what I found more than me, his father was more emotional. Means he had, I had seen lot, means tears in his eyes. Means I have not never seen him like facing such emotional situation. But at that time, I realized he is very connected to his son. So, but then he Sumit performed very well. He got his dean's list, and
Oh, wow.
he got many awards. He got scholarships in Purdue University, and he performed very well. Post that, what happened? But we are very fortunate that though he studied in US, he was very keen to come back. But so he came back, and then first 2 years he worked with then Finance Minister of Maharashtra, Finance and Forest Minister of Maharashtra, Sudhir Mungantiwar, as their OSD and consultant. So he learned lot many things there. He has got good exposure there. He learned, and after that, since last 2 years, he had joined our business. There was nothing, though we have not made any compulsion to him to join the business, but we are very happy that he was very keen and he joined the business. And he always he has shown very great interest, and he has contributed most. And in last 2 years I have seen that a few challenges were there for our one unit. So what I found, that whatever, he's very determined uh, child. As a mother, I can say, whatever he just takes, he makes sure that he should deliver his 100%. So that unit we were facing much challenges, but during his whole dedication, he turned around that plant. And yes, I
Wow.
am really proud of him that Sumedh has really doing very great. And then that's how he had joined business. Now he's more focusing on strategy, and say more like how with and placing is like we're bringing more professionalism in the organization.
Hmm.
So my younger son Spastit, he had just graduated from University of Pennsylvania and Wharton, and he did his dual degree, and he got his now he's working with McKinsey
Okay.
Chicago. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. So that is why Sumedh has really very means he's very keen, and I think my both sons they are more passionate about working in EV space. So they will take the Badve Engineering Group to different level, because EV is now much emerging field, and yes, it's a need of an hour, and from all aspects, means like fuel consumption, or maybe you can say more pollution control. So from environment aspects and from economy, so from every aspects, EV is an emerging thing, and Sumedh and Swasit will focus on that definitely. So,
Oh, wow, excellent. That's quite interesting to, know their journey and how you empowered them to, get go and study and then come and join the family business. So, like you said earlier, when Sumedh was, he turned the unit around, the plant that he was looking after and the unit. So when obviously the next gen gets inducted in the business, they come with their own ideas and changes. So how easy or difficult was it for you to accept those and put those changes and their opinions into perspective?
yeah, see, what I feel always, that change is constant. You have to change, because see, as time changes, the business strategies, business challenges also changes. It's not like whatever we have faced earlier with say staff of 100, and today what are the challenges with say 3,500 or 4,000 people. The challenges are different, and being as a management, we also have to change. So like this is that I'm happy that Sumit, being he got a very, or Swastit, they have got a global exposure. They learned with a lot being in the University of Purdue or in the University of Wharton. They have learned a lot, and that's why we are happy to accept them. Rather, they are bringing new innovative ideas to our business. And yes, now today we are, though we are exporting our products to JLR, but we have our more presence in India. So we want to have more footsteps at global level, and I think Sumedh and Swastik can bring that. Miss our dream can be carried by, will they will carry it, and they will make it happen. So I'm looking, rather than feeling them as a hurdle or something challenge, I'm looking at them. They have many great ideas, and they will bring Badve Engineering to global platform, and they will create something much more better. And I think that is more happiness for both of us.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, I think, like it's very important for the principal to recognize that, as you said, times are changing and times are evolving, and the next gen is bringing a fresh perspective, and, to accept that. So I think that's really amazing that, you've taken that into consideration and respect their opinion and, their perspective. So Supriya ji, how do when you talk about communication, like obviously you are their mother as well, but you're also, you're working in the business together. So how do you achieve a communication balance? Like I know, like in my case, when I would work, under my father, Monday to Friday, for me, he was like, okay, my boss. But then Saturday, Sunday, we were like father daughter. We would not talk about business, and we would make sure that, dinner table is not coming into like the business conversation. It was like a father daughter relationship. So how do you get that kind of balance, or what is your relationship and communication, around that?
Yeah, as far as business is concerned, when we are office, we maintain this professionalism. So, he is working in his role, I'm working in my role. So, and moreover, we try to discuss the things. Means not, instead of say going into some argument or some disagreement. Sometimes it happens because as a person, I have my different opinions, I have my different experiences. What he is bringing his new ideas. So sometimes it happens, but we try to settle all this thing very amicably. I just want miss I just more times I feel that one must be a student for lifelong. Means though someone may be younger to you or someone may be older to you, it doesn't mean you can't learn something from them. You being a student, it is you can grab good ideas from anyone. And that's why if the idea is good, I always accept it. If idea is good but it doesn't fit to current situation, I always try to explain, whatever you are thinking, your thought process, it's good, but it doesn't fit to current situation, so we have to adapt this way. And that way I am very happy that both my sons, they are very matured, they understand everything. So that's why we always try to find out good solution, a golden solution, where we can take it forward.
No, that's really nice to hear that, your relationship is so good, and, you have that balance because, it obviously works well. Supriya, tell me, if had your sons not been keen to, join the family business, then what would your succession plan look like? Like, what would be the differences that you would do?
Had the next generation not keen to join, we would have probably gone to similar route, like very conventional route of bringing more professionals in the organization at very senior position, or maybe at all levels. Means like bringing more professionals and following the conventional route. But see, being mother or being father, uh, we would have missed that happiness.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
See, I mean, it's like from very scratch, we brought Badve Engineering Limited Group to this level. It's a limited company now. Since last 12 years, from private limited, it has become a now family close limited company. So, but with our all efforts, we have brought organization to this level. If children would have not joined somewhere in at very maybe deep root, I feel I might that some vacuum might have been there. But I'm so happy today that even taking education in abroad, they are very keen. Sumed had joined. Swastir is working McKinsey, but let us see. Because McKinsey is itself a great achievement. It was his dream, and so was ours. So he is happy with his dream achievement of his dream. But Sumed, yes, Sumed is definitely he has joined and he is bringing good change in the organization. And I will we will always welcome. It's like uh, we when his father means we have always given freedom to express their views, their ideas, and yes, he has brought few good professionals in the organization.
That's quite, it's very, nice to hear that. And like you said, I can relate to that fact because I know, like, in my husband's case, he worked outside of the family business for 6 years. And finally, my father-in-law got him to join the family business. And he was just so much more happier because he said that, I used to feel that the business is going on, but, you feel that, like you said, that somewhere something missing. And then when your child joins the business, you have that support. So no, definitely that's quite good. So Supriya, we'll do a quick rapid fire round. My first question is, do you prefer dinner table conversations or boardroom conversations?
uh, yeah, dinner table conversation.
Okay. And I know that you're also very, enthusiastic about philanthropy. So, but what's your calling? CSR or business?
CSR.
Okay. Why don't you I wanted to ask you a little bit more about your philanthropic initiatives. So, if you can just talk a little bit more about that as well.
Yeah, so I'm working about more skilling, education and skill development for say youths. We have lot many activities every year. We are doing some blood donation camps. I am a Rotarian. Through Rotary, I am doing lot many work. Sumedha and Swastit has their NGO as UNF, and they are working for more environment. And say we are I'm means for through CSR I'm working for girl education. We are giving scholarship to girl students in AIT, Army Institute of Technology. And I am trying to always integrate my philanthropy with the technical skills. So during for this AIT students, what I am doing, I am getting some good technical projects, and based on that technical projects, I am providing them scholarship. So means it's a combination of giving them help also, but they should grow with their skills. So that is what I'm looking. The most important work we means like we are giving support. We have given support to CM fund for this flood area in Western Maharashtra. And most important work related to my philanthropy, I just want to share with you what happened. We have set of young engineers working at our Pune unit, and one fine day they went for a picnic. And during They were just having fun and they were clicking, were having a selfie. And what happened, I don't know. One of our engineer, he was just having selfie and he was just standing on one rock, but what happened, I don't know, because of strong water flow, he just flown away, and that was a very sad incident to know, and I was just disheartened by that incident. And then I decided I must start educating these young students and children students that how to take care of yourself when you face such situations. So safety, water safety, even road safety, and all kind of safety, how we can treat such kind of safety. And that's why we got associated with RLSS, Rashtriya Life Saving Samstha, and then we have collaboration then, and we have done this education and skill programs for almost 20,000 students. We reach to various schools, to interiors, wherever our units are located. Like we did training in Rajasthan, Karnataka, then Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh. So we reach to very interior places where generally it takes some time to
Yeah.
reach. But I work with them, and we have given good training to them about this, and our employees also.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's that's the story that you said was quite scary, but it's great that all the initiatives that you've taken. So Supriya ji, last question before we wrap up is any advice that you would like to give your younger self?
Just be on those, be alert, be consistent, and just to share with you, core values of Badve Engineering is now. Now means to look at any problem which is a priority
Yeah.
at now, and just start thinking about it and make maximum out of it and deliver the best. So be consistent, be patient, and uh, try to give best of you. That is what I just want to share with my younger.
Oh wow, that's excellent. Thank you so much, Supriya ji. I think it was just so inspiring to talk to you, to listen to your story. Like I have so much to take back, and I'm sure our viewers also. And thank you so much for your time and for such a candid conversation. And to our viewers, thank you so much for watching us, and stay tuned for our upcoming Camden Interactive series. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayushi. Thanks.
Okay.